Russia claims to have shot down 10 drones in occupied Crimea on Saturday. The attack, according to Moscow, included aerial and underwater devices that were targeting Sevastopol, home to Russia's Black Sea Fleet. There were no reported casualties or damage. The region has been a regular target of air and naval drone attacks since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said his country has sufficient stockpile of cluster bombs and threatened to use the controversial weapons if Ukraine did the same after Kyiv received a delivery of the bombs from the US. Ukrainian forces are making steady progress along the northern and southern flanks of Bakhmut, which Russian forces have occupied since May. Fighting is also raging in the Zaporizhzhia region, where Ukrainian forces are making minimal gains.
French media reports Franco-British actress and singer Jane Birkin has died, aged 76, at her home in Paris. A naturalised French citizen, Birkin moved to France in the late 1960s and was probably best known internationally for her relationship with French singer Serge Gainsbourg, with whom she had a daughter, Charlotte. Together, they were an iconic couple who found fame with the unforgettable duet Je t'aime moi non plus in 1969. In 1980, she left Gainsbourg and later married film director Jacques Doillon. Long after Gainsbourg's death in 1991, and despite trials such as the death of her daughter Kate in 2013 and a long recovery from leukemia, she continued to sing the work of the man with whom she'd formed a legendary relationship.
Tourists at the Trevi Fountain in Rome. As temperatures soar to record levels, the Italian government has issued a red alert for 16 cities across the country, warning people to avoid direct sunlight between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. And animals in Rome's zoo are being fed frozen food to help keep them cool.
In ogni caso avvertiamo fisicamente proprio insomma questa calura poi protratta nel tempo, perché non è più per qualche breve periodo come accadeva qualche anno fa, no? Per un paio di giorni. Ormai purtroppo si dilunga per più di un mese questo caldo, quindi diciamo gli effetti si avvertono.
As Europe continues to experience record temperatures, environmental activist Greta Thunberg posted a picture on Twitter saying, "Is this the sign you're looking for?" Meanwhile, on Spanish island of La Palma, the heatwave is being blamed for a massive forest fire. Authorities say around 4,000 people have now been evacuated as emergency workers try to bring the wildfire under control. Voters in Spain have been lining up to register for postal ballots ahead of the 23rd of July snap general election. The deadline to vote by post has been extended until next Thursday because of the large number of requests, 2.5 million people so far. This is more than double the number that did so in the last election in 2019. More than 270 offices opened on Sunday in Spain's main cities and on the coast to speed up the process. Ballots are also open this weekend in embassies and consulates abroad. The Israeli-occupied West Bank. Officials say a Palestinian gunman opened fire on a car outside a settlement on Sunday, wounding 3 Israelis. A search is underway for the perpetrator, who reportedly fired shots from a passing vehicle. A 35-year-old man is in hospital in a serious but stable condition, while his 2 daughters were lightly injured. The incident is the latest in a cycle of attacks and counterattacks that has gripped the region, driving up the death toll in what is the worst fighting in the West Bank in nearly 2 decades. 41 migrants, including 25 unaccompanied minors, have been rescued in the Mediterranean Sea by a humanitarian ship operated by Doctors Without Borders. The operation took place 48 kilometers off the Libyan coast. They were traveling in a small rubber dinghy. According to members of the rescue team, the boat was not properly inflated and could have sunk in a very short time. The people on board were apparently in good condition after sailing for just 1 day. The migrants came from Somalia, the Ivory Coast and Cameroon.